All right, folks, welcome to Hunting the Rut Hotline with Don Bell. Hey, you got questions, and tonight we're going to have some answers. Hey, I'm Don Bell.
Hey, Steve Burklow.
And, folks, tonight it is Thursday night again. And, look, it's been crazy the past 3 or 4 weeks. You know, it's showtime. You know, we're in the hunting industry, obviously, Top Secret Deer Scent, Portland Outdoors, parent company of Top Secret Deer Scent, and we're located down here in Pensacola, Florida, and this is where we do the show each week, and but it's been busy because it's show season.
Man.
Folks, we've been everywhere, and we're going to share some stuff with you tonight. We kind of teased you last week about it, and tonight we're going to introduce to you 3 new brands that Portland Outdoors has introduced, and guys, we say this, and when you see it, you're going to say, dang, if you ain't right, they are a game changer. It's going to change 3 different segments, just like we did Top Secret, and stay tuned. And when we get back from this break, this commercial, we're going to kick this bad boy off, and we're going to show you how we've changed the industry in 3 categories, and you can get some of this stuff tonight, and you'll be able to find it nationwide starting June, July. Folks, be right back.
Rise and shine. It's time to hunt.
Alrighty, folks, we're back, and hey, folks, we're live, and we're going to try to do a little house cleaning here real quick. We're going to start taking some Facebooks, and we're going to take some calls, but we're going to squeeze into these things what's new for 2015. And I want to tell you something, folks, we're pretty excited about it, and I think when you hear it, you're going to find out about it, and doggone if ain't the first Facebook. That's a great lead-in to one of the categories. Steve, what's
Absolutely.
the first Facebook?
All right, we got Stephen Wagoner from Greenwood, Indiana. He says, when are you guys going to come out with a scent elimination spray?
Now, folks, now listen to me.
Funny you ask.
It's funny you ask. And it is really funny that you ask because, you know, up to now, Top Secret Deer Scent, Top Secret Red Light District, that is urines. And urine products, and it has changed the industry oxygen-free from collection to the bottle. Now, folks, what you don't know is that we had a guy call in, and we'll have to get him to call back in, and he said that he's actually one of our dealers.
Yeah.
And his son had put what on?
He put the estrus, foam estrus on.
And
no, the liquid.
Hot Mama 3-ounce estrus.
Yeah.
And had old Buck come in on him, and he shot him at how far?
5 yards.
5 yards, and he fell at his feet. And he was coming in on that Hot Mama.
Walking into his stand. Crazy.
I know what you're thinking out there, boy. I want one to do that to me. When I want to tell you something, you don't want that to do you, but I want to tell you, Top Secret's a game changer. It fixes something. All great products fixes something. And Top Secret does that. It is oxygen-free from collection to the bottle, so every time you use it, it's just like the old doe with the old buck standing there. And that's why that old buck come in on that old boy like that, and it scared him to death, and he was, what, 21 years old?
Yeah, home from college.
I know what some of you big boys think, I want one to do that to me. No, you don't. And don't put it on you. We tell you don't put it on you, and he put it on his boot.
Yeah.
So, now having said that, so to answer Stephen's question up there in Greenwood, Indiana, yes, sir, Bob. We have introduced 3 new categories. Got it right there for you, Steve.
There it is.
We hiding it. We have introduced 3 new categories. First category is called scent defense. Now, let's see, get up there real close to that little camera, and we'll show them, Steve, and what that is right there. That is called scent defense. Now, folks, now listen to me. You are used to, in the hunting industry, to an odor stop product. So, what you guys may not know that. And I'll give you some background on this, is that Steve sitting here is a pharmacist, a compounding pharmacist. Mike, his brother, who is also part of this company, is a pharmacist. And you got 2 sisters, and guess what they do?
Yeah, same thing.
They're pharmacists. So we have got a very rich pool to pull from in development. And so, folks, what we have done, we've introduced a product called Scent Defense. Show them again up there close, Steve, and where they can see 3-in-1.
3
You
and
guys
1.
can sit in there.
Wanna
It's
get-
called 3-in-1, and what
Get
this
close
is,
on the kills human.
all right, and Stephen up there in Greenwood, Indiana, what this product does, you're used to having an odor stop product. What we have done, we have introduced Scent Defense 3-in-1. What it does, it kills human odor, while at the same time it repels. For the first time in the hunting industry, we have combined 3-in-1. Kills human odor, and the way it does it, we have married, it's what's called SCS. And that's proprietary to us under Scent Defense here at Portland. And what that does, we married copper
And silver.
to silver, and we found out that when you do that, it makes copper mad, sort of like a souped up wildcat, and it makes it more aggressive in killing bacteria that causes odor. So we're sitting around thinking, man, look at this, we got us a better mousetrap.
Yeah.
Well, we got to thinking about that, and we thought, well, now wait a minute. What if we could have a repellent in that deal where we ain't got to carry certain little devices around with us? You know what I'm talking
And you don't want to spray DEET on you.
Oh,
It's
Lord, no.
toxic and permethrins and
about? How you say that? other word?
permethrins.
Yeah, don't do that either. That's bad junk. You don't want to
FDA
put it
stuff.
on you. It's all EPA. And everybody knows you hate using DEET, but that's all that's been out there. So what we have done under Scent Defense, we have 3-in-1. We got a better mousetrap with SCS, married copper with silver, kills more aggressive at killing bacteria that causes the human odor. We married a formula called Neurex, which is all natural, class 25B. You can spray it on your hands, your body, you can wipe it on your face, you can put it on your clothing. It will not harm you. Steve, tell them how it works.
Well, Neurex is really neat. Like Dr. Don said, it's all natural. What it does, it blocks a neurotransmitter that only insects that produce. So a neurotransmitter called octopamine, only insects produce it. It blocks that neurotransmitter, basically kills them on contact.
It shuts them down.
Yeah.
So what happens is we've been able to come up with a deal to where you can, all natural, it's called Neurex, and it's 100% safe, folks. Look, where DEET, you can't put it on you, Neurex, you can. Neurex is the formula that repels and kills fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, bed bugs, chiggers, black flies, and you saying bed bugs. All you boys out there, you know what I'm talking about. You sleeping in them camps.
Well, they tough.
They tough, and we got a way to stop it. And it's all natural. Now, in addition to that, we're sitting around, we're thinking, you know, whoa, here, Don, I've been tearing this.
It's live, eh?
It's live, baby. In addition to this, not only do we have a better mousetrap and killing the odor, and then killing the insects, the mosquitoes, the ticks, shuts them down and they just drop off. And then we thought, well, wait a minute.
Don't want to scare the deer.
We don't want to scare the deer. So we formulated this bad boy as an attractant. And you're thinking, well,
great.
how in the world can, that's an oxymoron. How in the world can you, that's a big word, isn't it? How can you do that? How can you kill odor at the same time repel and kill ticks and mosquitoes and all the bad stuff that aggravates the fool out of you in the woods?
I'll tell you why. It
Yeah.
smells great.
It does smell good. Guys, listen,
Smells
when you
wonderful.
smell it, you're thinking,
It smells like a lemon honeysuckle or something like that.
it's. I tell you what it is. We formulated it, Steve, to where all deer, and here's the key to this, when we say it's formulated as an attractant, most people, when you think deer come into it, you're thinking does or bucks. Even spotted fawns come into it.
Yeah.
And what's neat about it is they come into it in a kind of a peculiar way. Now, all hunters out there, you don't care why they come into it or the peculiar way they come into it, so long as they what?
They coming.
They coming.
That's right.
Here's what they do. Even spotted fawns, they'll stick their tongue out and they'll wipe their nose like a little windshield wiper coming into it. It's the dangest thing you ever seen in your life, but it's consistent. And so it is a game changer. We set in, hey Tom, have we done that time elapse? We're going to do a time elapse in just a second, guys, and you'll want to see this. This is where we set up at the ATA, and if you've never been to a national trade show like that, you'll find this interesting. You'll see us setting up at the show, but This product is a game changer. Never before in the hunting industry has anyone probably even never thought about being able to kill human odor with a better formula, SCS. We've married Nurex, which is proprietary to Portland, 100% natural, will only affect insects, right, Steve?
That's right.
Won't affect dogs, cats, birds, humans, children.
Your little newborn, any.
It will not affect any of that, only insects, and boy is it aggressive on that. But it is formulated to where the deer come into it. 3-in-1. You can get it on the website. Even, let's see, Tom, can they get that on the website tonight? That?
Yes.
Or is that the 30th?
Scent Defense is available now.
That's on the website live at topsecretdeerscent.com. So we have it 3-in-1. You have it in spray, 3 traditional put-ups. You have it in spray. You also have it in the laundry detergent. Let's see, Steve. Let's see if we can get that right there. You've got it in your laundry detergent. And then you also have it in your traditional put-up of the body wash and shampoo. So for the first time, Steve, can you show them on the side of that?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
This one.
Guys, can you see that right there? Let us know in the camera where they can see it. It'll kill fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, chiggers, bed bugs, black flies. It'll shut the insect down. No more having to carry the little device into the woods and worrying about refilling it. For the first time, you can now take a bath, shampoo, get ready to go hunting, kill the human odor. Totally safe. You got a 3-phase protection. Shampoo, body wash, wash your hair, perfectly safe. You can wash your clothes. Not only you're killing the human odor, but you're putting the repellency that has a great natural smell to it that deer love. And
You want to keep spreading on you.
it's good. And watch this. How often do you use it, Steve?
I use it every day.
You know, you think we're kidding you. It's that good. You're going to want to bathe with this stuff every day. It smells that great, and why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a protection you can have every time you go outside. It'd be great for your children. Anybody that does anything outside is called Scent Defense. And let's see, do we have time? What we're fixing to do? Hey, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to introduce to you, we still have 2 new categories to share with you what we've introduced for 2015, Steve. Hey guys, enjoy this little segment. We've put it together for you. It's a little time elapse, and you'll see what it takes to set up at the ATA. Check us out. Hey, folks, we're glad to have you back. Hey, check that out. Now, that was neat, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was fun.
Now, what you don't realize, guys, we fixed to take us a quick telephone call, but watch this. That took 6 months to get ready to go do. You just don't introduce a product, and I was telling somebody last week, we were kidding, we were going down the road like the Beverly Hillbillies, but we were riding in a fine coach. Hey, we're serious about this, Portland Outdoors, folks. Nearly 21,000, almost 22,000 spots in 2015. Commercials are running now for 2015 Outdoor Sportsman Pursuit. Hey, folks, who are we telling? We're telling everybody, so we want you to tell everybody about it. Guys, I believe we got us a call coming in. All righty, let's see who we got right here, Big Steve. All righty, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklew. Who we got?
This is Will Woodmansey.
All righty.
Big Will.
Big Will, where you from?
I am from Dowling, Michigan.
All right.
All right.
Is it
Store town.
is it cold up there?
We got a couple inches of snow, but it ain't been too cold. It's been about 30 every day, so.
Well, I want to tell you, I-65, you can hit I-65 and it'll bring you all the way down here to the Gulf Coast.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, a little bit warmer. Well, look, Big Will, what's your question tonight?
If you had to use one game call and one deer scent during the peak of the rut, what would it be?
And is that a nationwide, or is that you want me to come from the viewpoint of Michigan?
You can go nationwide. It don't
Yeah.
really.
Well, and the reason I asked that question, there's some kind of nuances, Steve. But overall, Will, that's not a hard question. The answer is, I would use a tending grunt, and listen, most, Will, I'd say probably 95% of all calls, grunt calls, are a tending grunt. You know, it doesn't matter who makes it, Will, if it's wood or plastic or what it is, most of them are a tending grunt, which means a buck's chasing a doe. This grunt right here, if you can see that, Will, that's made out of walnut. It's wood, but listen, it's still a tending grunt. So when I'd use a tending grunt and I'd use buck urine. And those two products, one is always, a tending grunt means a buck's chasing a doe.
Right.
Have you ever used a grunt and a buck not come in? Have you had very much success using a grunt call?
It's usually 50-50. Either they hang up or usually they come right in.
Now, hey, listen, you hit the word perfect. They hang up. And the reason I ask that question is, it's pretty typical, Will. What happens is most people, what they want to do, the number one scent in America sold is estrus. So when you get up and grunt, most people use estrus. Well, grunting is an infringement. For instance, where Steve and I are sitting right here, we're in a tree stand, and in front of us, toward the camera here, is downwind. So I get up in a tree, and you're the buck, and you're over there behind me. At least I hope you are. So we get up in the tree, and I grunt, or you grunt, and I hear it. That buck's it's got three defenses: ears, eyes, and what?
Nose.
And the most important's what, Will? Nose. So what that buck's going to do, more times than not, he's going to circle downwind.
Oh, yeah.
All right? The reason he's going downwind is he wants to smell what he's hearing. Correct?
Yep.
All right, now think about it. If you've got estrus, first of all, if you don't use any scent, the buck's going to go downwind. And because what he's hearing is a buck's tending a doe. Whose doe?
His.
Which is a territorial infringement. Grunting is an infringement. So what he does is he goes downwind. If you're not using scent, his nose overrides his ears and he won't come in, and then most people say that the grunt doesn't work. But yet more times than not it does. You just can't see him because he went downwind and his nose overrode his ears. Now let's say you use estrus. You put estrus out, the buck's going to go downwind, Steve. But that'd be like going home, you married?
Oh, yes, sir.
Be like you coming home after the Michigan State football game and you smell Old Spice cologne and flip the light on and see your wife. Are you looking for your wife when you smell Old Spice cologne? No, you're looking for Old Spice, aren't you? So what happens is, if you use estrus and he goes downwind, he smells the estrus, but he's not looking for the estrus, he's looking for the Old Spice, which is buck urine. He's wanting to smell the buck, which is the intruder. Then his nose can override his ears, or sometimes he'll hang up. But if you use buck urine, now you've given him a confirmation. So, in fact, buck urine's great. How often do you use buck urine, Steve?
Every day of the deer
I've
season.
never used buck urine.
Oh man, yeah. Look, listen.
That's probably why I get hung up on all the time.
That's right. Hey, look. Same way with rattling. Rattling is an infringement.
Yeah.
You know.
I ain't never had rattling work here. They're real
Well-
leery on that. Usually they run the other way.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, people take the horns and they really get down hard. Listen to this. It's just a little old rattling bag. That's all. They'll come into that, two bucks, just kind of sparring as quick as they will a big hard rattle.
Yeah.
And people think, no, it's got to be a real loud rattle. It doesn't.
I've only had grunting and rattling work once, and I learned the harder you rattle, the less they like it. Usually you do it for about 10 seconds and call it quits, is what I've had best success
Well,
with.
kind of think, there's no sequence to it. You got two bucks fighting or sparring, just don't overthink it. And I tell people, how often you do it? Well, you got them old oak trees up in them leaves, and if the wind's blowing, don't rattle or grunt when the leaves are rattling. Wait till it stops, because grunting is a short distance call.
Oh, yeah.
Rattling is a long distance call. So if you get up in the tree, which one do you do first?
Use that grunt
I
first.
used the short distance first.
That's right,
They
because
bring close on you, and you snuck in on 'em.
that's right. You go to yelling at him, he could be bedded out there 40, 50 yards.
Oh, I've had that before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So get you some buck urine,
Yeah.
and you hunt it every day of the year.
Boy, I'm a believer in the buck urine. I used it first day of kill one, the very first time I used it.
And-
Opening day of bow season.
This year,
Yeah.
buck urine starts good because they're what? They're in bachelor groups.
For friends.
They're looking for the new guy.
Yeah, and they're not mad. They're just coming to see who the new kid is. Well, you don't care why he's coming in. You just want him to come in. Now, the closer it gets to the peak of the rut, the more aggressive he comes to it. And people who are watching us, they hear this analogy, and it's a good one, that if you tomorrow go to Walmart or go to CVS and go to your drugstore and open up a bottle of Old Spice cologne and you smell it, and old Steve walks by, you're not going to turn around and knock Steve upside the head in CVS. We'll watch you on Fox News. And we can now because Dish woke up, didn't they? You can tell we're not on Dish Network, but they woke up, didn't they? So what happens is, you smell Old Spice cologne, you're not going to turn around and knock Steve upside the head. They'll put you in jail for that. But watch this, Will. Let you go home 4 hours later after the football game and walk in and smell Old Spice cologne. Oh, now y'all been out of shape.
Yeah.
It's not, Will, what you smell, but it is when and where you smell it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Let me ask you a question. You use a grunt call, right?
Oh, every time.
All right.
I take it with me every day.
Now watch this. And tomorrow I want you to ask 10 people that deer hunt. Ask them this question. And I can almost tell you what most of them is going to tell you. Let me ask the question. Do you want your grunt to sound like a little buck or a big buck?
I'd say a big buck.
Big buck. Most people's going to say a big buck. It don't matter. If you walk home after that Michigan State football game and you smell Old Spice cologne and you flip the light on, would you give a rat's butt if you found Pee Wee Herman or Superman?
No, not really.
It'd
I
break,
prefer Pee Wee Herman.
it'd break my heart if I
don't
found
know.
Pee Wee Herman. I mean, I'm just saying, hurt my pride anyway. It doesn't matter if it's a teenager or if it's Superman. It's not who, but where.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You flip the light on, there's a teenager, you don't care. You don't care if it's a grown man or if it's a teenager. It's not who, but where makes a difference. Buck urine starts good, gets better. Okay? Same way with rattling. They don't care if it's two big bucks fighting or if it's two teenagers. It's not who's fighting, it's where they're fighting, which is in that master bedroom, that primary scrape. So, does that make sense, or have we completely screwed you up?
No, you taught me a lot right there. That actually made a lot of sense.
Well, And look, get you some Top Secret deer scent. Are you familiar with Top Secret?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, listen, go to your stores up there. You're up there in Michigan. How close are you to Jay's?
About 3 hours away.
Well, are you to the new store or to the main store?
The one in Clare?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2.5, 3 hours away.
Okay, well look, go into your local sporting goods store. If they don't, hey, do like Fox News Business. If you ain't got it, demand it.
Gander Mountain has it up here.
Gander Mountain has it, great. And our Dick's should have it up there. All your major retailers should have it this fall. Be talking it up, man. It is a game changer. And listen to some of this other stuff that we just told you about. The scent defense, the 3-in-1, that's a game changer now. Kills human odor, kills fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, bed bugs, chiggers, black flies, which you got, and even bed bugs. All natural, and deer love it. They come in like a little windshield wiper coming in.
Anybody's gone camping for a week, they know about them bed bugs.
Hey, you can get it. It's, you can go to the website and get it tonight. It'll be available starting in June nationwide to all your national retailers that you just mentioned. But tell everybody about it. Tell them if they don't care Top Secret, you want it, you can get it tonight. Hey, by any chance, you a club member?
I'm not.
Lord have mercy, child. Hit that hit that website right there and join. That's the big bottle. There's only 12,000 of those. Will it is? That's the best the industry's ever seen. You can be a 1/10 of 1% club member. You can check it out on the website. Hey, we appreciate you calling in. Tell all your friends about it, and tell everybody to watch the show each Thursday night.
All right, thank you very much.
Hey man, thank you for calling in, Will. Thank you. Stay warm up there. Thank you, sir. All right, guys, we'll be right back. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to share with you some new product.
Yep.
Be right back.
From Don Bell, the founder of Code Blue, comes Top Secret Reserve Doe Estrus, the finest doe estrus ever collected. Top Secret oxygen-free collection process is a complete generation above Code Blue. Our patent-pending collection process means no ammonia and no ammonia smell. At a limited quantity of 12,000 bottles, only 1/10 of 1% of hunters will be lucky enough to add Top Secret to their arsenal. Visit TopSecretDeerScent.com today and join the 1/10 of 1% club.
Alrighty, folks, we're back. We're glad to have you back with Hunting the Rut Hotline with Don Bell. Hey, folks, you got questions. We're going to have some answers, as you just seen. Will called up there in Michigan. I'm trying to tell him it's too cold up there. Come on down here to North Florida, Pensacola. Nice and warm.
Oh, it is.
Of course, it's supposed to get a little colder tonight. How cold is it supposed to get? Guys, how cold is it supposed to get? About 50 degrees?
50, 55.
Can you believe that? Can't walk the beach, 50 degrees. Hey, but folks, look here. We hunt everywhere just like you hunt. And tonight, we're going to take just a second and we're going to share with you some new products that we've got for 2015. We're going to try to go through them, and you can call back in on these questions just like old Will just did. Let's start with Top Secret.
Yep.
Oxygen free from collection of the bottle. And guys, we told you, I think we told them a few minutes ago, you can't turn on the Outdoor Channel, Sportsman, or Pursuit channels without seeing Top Secret Deer Scent. I think it was 70, 71 shows that's still being aired tonight, all the way up into February 2015, between the Portland Outdoor brands, which is Top Secret Deer Scent, Scent Defense, BioShield, which are new, and also Fog Zero, a new brand we just introduced at the ATA show. Nearly 22,000 impressions. That's actually what it comes out to, I figured it up, Steve, is 2.5 spots an hour, 24 hours a day, 50, how many weeks is it?
52 weeks.
52 weeks in a year. It's crazy. 365 days, 24/7.
Running.
Somebody want to know who we're telling? We're telling everybody. We're serious about it, and you're fixing to see why. Let's look at the new products under Top Secret. First product we have is called Privilege. And let's see, Steve, let me see, get up there, right up there. Guys, right there. Check that out. That is called Privilege. Now, all of our club members, you know this show is sponsored by the 1/10 of 1% Club. And Steve, what's that?
That's the
26-ounce a 26-ounce bottle. There's only 12,000 bottles of that. And that is, we literally pulled the buck off of the doe. There's only 12,000 bottles for 12 million deer hunters. That, figure the math, that's 1/10 of 1%. Now, having said that, get down here in front of this camera. Bang. Can you see that in there, guys? All right, what we got right there, this is called privilege, reserve privilege. What that is, we have 3 ounces of reserve, of the reserve estrus privilege. This combo comes in estrus and it also comes in buck. You have 3 ounce of reserve. It retails for $49.95. You get 3 ounces of the reserve. You get the plug, and you also get the pump. The Scent Saver alone on this retails for $24.95. So it's a great value for $49.95. It is called Reserve Privilege. This will be able to be found at all your national retailers and your dealers around the country. All you got to do, if your dealer doesn't carry Top Secret, now's the time to say, hey man, I want what I see on TV. It's called Top Secret. This is called Privilege. And the reason it's called Privilege is that the only way you can be part of the 1/10 of 1% club is to get a big bottle. That's first come, first served. By the way, Steve, it's open enrollment. You can hit the website tonight and you can secure your bottle for 2015, whether it's estrus or buck, and you can hit what we call the 4 payment system. Think about it. You can hit the website, hit that button below you there watching tonight. It'll take you to topsecretdeerscent.com. It'll take you to the 1/10 of 1% club page. You can hit it. It'll pay for it over 4 payments. In the process of doing that, as you see on your screen right there, you can say, hey, I want to pay for it over 4 payments, and I want you to ship it, Steve. When do you want it?
Any October.
I want it October, November, December. You can pick the day in the month. We'll ship it to you next year, but it secures your bottle. No one can ever take it away from you until you give that bottle up. It's like buying season tickets at the University of Alabama. All right. Now, having said that, let's look back at the reserve. Reserve privilege. Estrus and buck, $49.95, a great value, but here's the deal. This you can get for $49.95, but Steve, they can't be what?
Can't be a club member.
Can't be a club member. Great retail value, but if you want to be a club member, you can only get it through the website. Before last 2 weeks ago, dealers across the country could get reserve in the big bottle. That's not available anymore. We just simply couldn't get all the dealers, so now the dealers will have this. But if you want to be a club member, you have to go to the website and get the big bottle here, and you can join tonight and secure yours for 2015 next fall. 4 payment system, join the club, participate, be part of the new product development, be part of the television show, you get to be guest, all kind of benefits that you can participate in by joining. This is available both in estrus and buck. Pretty neat. $49.95, you get the combo, you get the Scent Saver system, which is $24.95 by itself, ain't it, Steve?
Oh yeah,
And 3 ounces of estrus and buck. This is the bucks we pulled off these does. Alrighty, we also have, what's the other new product?
Oh man, we got deer bladder.
Alrighty, show them that deer bladder right there, Steve. We'll get them in here. You can tell this is a high-tech show, folks. We're showing you just like sitting around on the front porch of the house.
This is a neat deal right here.
Alrighty, so what you got right there, this is called deer bladder.
Drip.
The deer bladder, what that does, it is a drip system, and it has 5 ounces in it. I'm going to put that up there right by you, see? And what this is called a deer bladder, and it looks just like what you're talking about. What this looks like is an IV. And the reason for that is it's like an IV. Now, here's the deal. This is 5 ounces. We're going to knock you in the head for a whole total of how much, Steve?
$29.95.
$29.95. Now think about this. 5 ounces of estrus or buck, oxygen free. Now, why would we put it in a system like this? This, you can adjust this little wheel right here. Get up here. This little wheel right here, as you can see this wheel, you can adjust that to drip as fast or as slow as you want it. In the process of doing that, each time it drips is the first time it sees oxygen. So think about it. You get up in a tree, and let's say you use our estrus. First time that sees oxygen is when you open it, Steve. So everybody, let's go hunting. This morning we get up in the tree, we open it up, and we pour it out, and you're sitting in the tree till lunch. So you're sitting there 4 hours. Well, and a buck comes along at 11:30. Well, now you're sitting there, that urine is 4 hours old. That is phenomenally better than anybody else's in the industry, Steve, because it's just what?
It's oxygen free and
It's just 4 hours old, oxygen free. Now, watch this, but it is 4 hours old. With the drip system, what you can do here is when you get up in a tree, you can trail your other estrus in, and you get up in the tree, and you literally can hang this up and drip it. And as it drips, the whole time Steve's in the tree, as it drips, each time it drips,
says a deer's there.
you got a deer standing there.
Don't drip it right there.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, we don't want to drip it in here. You would be doing the show by yourself tonight. Yeah. So what happens is, as you drip, that old girl's standing there. We got it in estrus,
Yeah.
and we got it in what?
buck.
And got it in buck. Guys, this is a neat deal. All of our club members, you recognize this because as a club member, you have first access
Right.
to this.
To the drip.
So as a club member, all new products, our club members get access to buy it first, even before our dealers. So there is you need opportunity to be a distributor. I mean, a club member. What else does it do, Steve?
Well, thanks to the club members, we was able to reload it now, whereas before we couldn't. But now,
their
club member
input,
demand, they wanted to. We can load it.
their input told us. They said, "Well, dang, man, we love that,
I hate to throw it away.
but hey, can we refill it?" So what we've done, included in the kit for $29.95, you got 5 ounces of estrus, and you've got a way to reload it oxygen free. Folks, this is available on the website, not only to our club members now, but everybody in Florida and Alabama that's still season's still in. You can get it on the website, and even those guys up north, but those up north, you're going to want to get it for 2015.
Right.
Everybody down here's got access to it now.
We'll get it to you right now.
It's called Deer Bladder, and only we have it oxygen free, like that old girl's just standing there right now in front of you. The whole time you're in a tree, she's standing on the ground in front of you. It's called Deer Bladder. I believe we got us a telephone call coming in. All right, let's see who we got here. All righty, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklow. Who we got?
Gene's best.
You say Gene?
Yes.
Mr. Gene, where you from?
Middletown, New Jersey.
Middletown,
All right.
New Jersey.
Way up there.
Now, is Middletown, are you near Bordentown?
About 45 minutes from there.
Okay. Yep. I know what part of the world you're from. You're blessed to be the most dense populated state in America, aren't you? You got more people.
Deer, too.
I know it, yeah.
A lot of deer, huh?
Yeah, they do have a lot of deer, and some good deer, too. What kind of question you got for us tonight?
I was wondering, what do you guys believe is the #1 tactic to successfully harvesting mature rutting bucks?
Hey, were you listening in on the first segment with the guy called in? We find, and let me clarify that question. Do you, even not only in New Jersey, but the same answer would apply, really, Steve, anywhere in the country. And it sounds like such a simplistic thing, but look, you and I, you, Steve, me, and the other 12 million deer hunters, as humans, we're the top of the food chain. And a lot of times, society has bred it out of us, and we overthink it. A deer has 3 defenses: ears, eyes, nose. You got to whip those defenses. Of course, the #1 defense, what's that?
Nose.
His nose. And so you've got to do that. Deer are very, very habitual. And whitetail by nature are very habitual. They're going to do the same thing over and over and over, especially a buck. And so when you said the #1 way to do that, tactic, are you talking about, the rut is in 3 phases? You got pre, peak, and post-rut. Any particular one of those periods you want me to address it to?
Yeah. He said, I think a peak rutting buck.
Peak rutting buck? Okay. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Buck hearing and grunt. Rattling is effective, but it's sporadic. And when I say rattling, more times than not, unless I'm in Texas, South Texas in particularly, do you really rattle? And what I mean by that is, rattle. More times than not, you'll be just as effective by just taking do you rattle at all? Do you rattle at all, deer? You use a grunt call or rattle?
No, I use a grunt call.
Yeah.
And, doe bleat, but I don't really rattle.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to rattle, just more of it just tinkling the tines together, that's going to put them downwind. Rattling and grunting, all that does, Steve, is what?
Puts them downwind.
It puts them downwind. Both grunting and rattling, all it does is an infringement. You use a grunt call, right?
Yes.
All right. Have you had much success with it?
Actually, this year I got 2 8-pointers.
Look at you.
Great.
Man, I'd call that success.
Yeah.
The caller that just called in a few minutes ago from Michigan, you know, he said he grunted, but he had mixed results.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'd see deer, sometimes he wouldn't. And one of the reasons for it was that he wasn't using buck urine. Grunting is an infringement. So when you get up in a tree and you grunt, I'm going to grunt. When I grunt, I just told a buck that a buck's tending a doe. 95% of all grunt calls is a tending grunt. Is your grunt wood or plastic?
It's plastic.
Yeah, not that it matters.
Flex tone.
Flex tone, good call. There's nothing wrong, you know, whether it's plastic. And look, do you want your grunt to sound like a big buck or a little buck?
Big buck.
Big buck. And I hope old Will's listening to that.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, I want you to do this for me now, just like I told Will. I want you to go to work and I want you to ask 10 people that same question. 7, 8 out of 10 is going to tell you the same thing. They want their grunt to sound like a big buck. It does not matter. And listen to what I'm telling you, it does not matter. And here's why it doesn't matter. Are you married?
Nope.
All right. You date? How old are you?
32.
32. Okay. All right. Let's say you're married. And let's say you're in
He's in New Jersey.
New Jersey. And so let's say you come home after a football game. And you come home to your master bedroom and the lights are out and you smell Old Spice cologne. Right? And you flip the light on. And would it matter to you if you found Pee Wee Herman or Superman?
Nope.
Now, it'd break your heart if you found Pee Wee Herman, you know what I'm saying?
You'd be all over it.
Yeah.
That'll hurt your pride right there. That's just wrong. Hey, you get my point? It doesn't matter when you get home if he's a teenager or if he's a grown man. It's not who, but where.
Yep.
Now then, think that. Most people think big because they think big will bring a big buck. A big buck will whip a little buck's butt just as quick as he will a big buck. It doesn't matter where, who, but where. Now let me give you an example of that. You get up in a tree and you grunt, right? All right.
Okay.
95% of all grunt calls is a tending grunt,
Right.
which says a buck's tending a doe. So I get up in the tree and Steve's over there and I grunt. Wind's going toward the camera, straight in front of Steve and I. And let's say that Steve's a big buck. What did you just tell Steve? You told him another buck is tending a doe. Guess whose doe?
His doe.
His doe. So
Yeah.
grunting is an infringement. So he wants to go downwind. The reason he's going downwind, he wants to smell what his ear, he wants to confirm his ears with his nose, right?
Yep.
And you use a grunt call. Do you use scent with it?
I always have buck urine.
Hey, say that again, dog. You right. You exactly right. Now, hey,
Smart.
watch this. And how many deer did you kill this year?
2.
Two. 2 good 8s.
I killed a lot more than 2, but I have 2 bucks.
What's your limit there in New Jersey? Hey, listen, you're smart. Because most people, the number one scent sold in America is estrus.
Yeah.
Which means either when they grunt, they're not using any scent, which means the buck goes downwind. His nose overrides his ears and he don't come in, and people say, well, grunting don't work. Well, it does. Grunting, rattling, does nothing more than puts a deer where?
Downwind.
Downwind. But now watch. If you use estrus, which is the number one scent sold in the country, people use estrus with grunting, so you get up in a tree and grunt, Steve goes downwind, he smells a doe, What he's trying to smell is what?
Just whip that buck.
Another buck. That'd be like you coming home smelling Old Spice cologne, flip the light on, see your wife. You ain't looking for your wife, are you?
You know it's around there somewhere.
You're looking for Old Spice. And so it's terribly important to put buck urine.
Yep.
And it really shocks people as much as we preach buck urine. Buck urine. Every time you go in the woods, what do you use?
Every time.
Buck urine. It starts good, it gets more aggressive. Opening day of bow season in New Jersey, Michigan, Alabama, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, makes no difference. Bucks in pre-rut, opening day of bow season, they're in bachelor groups. So when they smell buck urine, any buck's going to come to it. They're not coming to fight. They just want to see who the new kid is.
Yeah.
But you don't care why they're coming, do you? You just want to shoot them.
Yeah.
The closer it gets to the peak of the rut, he becomes what? More aggressive. So it starts good and gets better. So you're ahead of the curve. Do you use Top Secret?
I use Top Secret, and I also use Buck Bomb.
There you go. Well, look, man, I'm sorry I broke up. I didn't hear that last one. Hey, get you some Top Secret. Send us some photographs. It is a, guys, listen, I'm telling you, Top Secret has changed the scent industry. It's not complicated. It's single urine, no oxygen. Dark urine says a deer was there. Clear yellow urine says a deer is there. It's that simple. Take tomorrow, let me close with this. Do this. You heard, if you listen, do you follow the show?
Actually, I've never even heard of the show until now.
Hey, man, well, great first time caller. We appreciate you calling in. How do you like the format?
Pretty good.
You like calling in, being able to ask questions if you just had two, didn't have two clowns trying to talk to you, huh? Look, tomorrow morning, do this. Now, they'll think you crazy at work, but all the hunters, you listen to what I'm about to tell you, and I want you to do it and call back in. Do it and call back in later next week. Go outside, get you a clear jar, and I want you to urinate in it tomorrow morning. Now listen, I'm not being funny, I'm being serious. Urinate in it tomorrow morning. Go to work. Set it down outside. It should be
Clear, yeah.
it should be a clear yellow. And dog, if it's not, you may want to make a visit somewhere. It should be a clear yellow. Why? All urine voided is sterile. Dog, cat, animal, giraffe, elephant should be sterile. That's the reason you see these nuts on TV drinking the urine. So tomorrow morning when you urinate, your urine should be yellow. Bang, it hits oxygen. I want you to start noticing your own urine in the course of the day. It's going to start changing color and smell. The only variable to your urine is what? Oxygen. Your urine is going to start changing dark, and the smell is going to be ammoniated. Dark urine says a deer was there. Clear yellow urine says a deer is there. Top Secret is oxygen free from collection to the bottle. The first time you open it, literally, what did I do with the bottle there? First time, there it is. Show him on the camera right there. The first time you open it, you see how yellow that bottle is right there? Can you see the camera?
I don't even have what channel you guys are.
Hey, look. Here's the way you do this. You can go to topsecretdeerscent.com when you hang up, and tomorrow morning this show will air. I mean, it's live for people tuning in, but tomorrow morning you can go to topsecretdeerscent.com. On the home page, top right corner, it'll say Hunt the Rut. You can hit that, and it'll take you to this show, and you can watch the entire show in its entirety. You'll be able to hear yourself, and you'll be able to see what we're talking and showing you, and all your friends can hear and watch you. And in fact, all the shows on the right side, you can go down through the weeks and see all the other shows. Yep. So listen.
And you can watch right now if you were looking at the computer.
Yeah, if you were watching your phone even, you could watch it on your phone going down the interstate. We're live on Ustream. No one's ever done this before. We got people calling literally all over the country. Hey, we had one boy call from a tree stand. we gave him some advice. We told him to put the phone down and deer hunt, man. So listen, we appreciate.
No phone calls from the tree stand.
That's right.
Sure.
Yep.
But hey, well, listen, man, great first time caller. We appreciate you doing it. Hey, urinate in a glass tomorrow morning, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's the difference in Top Secret. It is changing the scent industry. Oxygen free from collection of the bottle. No one's ever been able to do that. And you can't turn on TV, outdoor channel, Sportsman or Pursuit, without seeing a Top Secret commercial. We're serious. We're telling everybody it's changing the scent industry. Hey, we appreciate you calling in. Call in each week and watch and tell all your friends about the show. It's every Thursday night, 7 o'clock to 8 Central live.
All right, thank you.
Hey, man, thank you for calling in. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Hey, all right, bye-bye. All righty, I believe what we got back here, guys, what we're fixing to go to? We got us another caller.
All right.
Let's have all right, here we go. All right, you got Don Bell and you got Steve Burklow. Who we got?
Junior?
All right,
Junior.
Junior.
All right.
Junior, where you from?
Elizabeth, Tennessee.
All right.
Elizabeth, Tennessee.
Elizabethton.
Elizabeth, is that right on I-65?
It's about an hour from Knoxville.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
You way up there. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Big Junior, what kind of question you got tonight?
Okay, does the use of scents during the rut give you an advantage, and why?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Have you been, is this the first time you've watched the show, or are you already a viewer of the show?
That's the first time I've ever watched it.
Man, that's great. We got a lot of new viewers
appreciate
tonight. You bet. We appreciate it. You want to use scent
Absolutely.
ask that question concretely again, Junior.
Is the use of scents give you an advantage, and why?
Oh, yeah.
For the rut.
Oh, yeah. Look, the difference, the days of going and just sitting up in a tree and hoping you see a deer has long been over. You know, we as humans, I was telling the other caller just a few minutes ago, you know, we as humans, we're at the top of the food chain. And, you know, it's like an old coyote or bobcat or, you know, any kind of predator. They use their senses to be able to stalk an animal. Well, we're head of the food chain, and so what we have to do, society's kind of bred that out of us, and it's all about understanding the animal. A whitetail, it's got 3 defenses. Mm-hmm. Ears, eyes, nose.
Especially his nose.
Yes, sir. And Junior, everybody knows that the nose is the most important. So scent gives you the advantage to get that animal to come into you. Mm-hmm. What scent you use and when you use it provokes the response by the animal. Mm-hmm. Whether you're deer hunting or if you're trapping or whatever you're doing, scent, animals live by their nose 365 days a year. Yep. Give you an example. Did you know that a doe, Junior, will urinate? It's called rub urination. A buck does it primarily during the fall. A doe rub urinates 365 days a year.
I didn't know that.
Research shows that, especially mature doe, within about 30 minutes of her getting up out of her bed, she will rub urinate. And basically what she's doing is she's putting her makeup on, her identity on for the day. And when she comes into contact with another mature doe, she will possibly rub urinate again to show status. Now, you're up in New Jersey. No, you're in, we just talked to somebody in New Jersey. You're in Tennessee or Kentucky?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Well, you understand what I'm talking about, because you know a Southern lady, if she's going to get up and go to Walmart, she's going to get dressed up and put her makeup on to get up and go to Walmart. Well, she's putting her identity on, and a doe will do the same thing. So scent is important 365 days a year, both to a doe and a buck. And to cut to the chase on that, you use buck urine every day of the year.
Yeah.
You use estrus once he starts chasing does. You never quit using the buck urine, literally. Opening day of bow season, all the way through the last day of season, you use buck urine. It's going to start good and it's going to get better. Mm-hmm. Bucks come to it early season because they're in bachelor groups. The closer you use it toward the peak of the rut, a primary scrape, It's like coming home smelling Old Spice.
All right.
So use it. Are you familiar with Top Secret Deer Scent?
No.
Go to, if you were to, are you on your computer or are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone right now.
Okay. When you hang up, you can go to topsecretdeerscent.com and you can hit the little icon, or you can go to the website and see it. Top Secret is oxygen free from collection to the bottle. No one's ever been able to do that, and it's from single urine, single animals, but it's oxygen free from collection to the bottle. Junior, dark urine says a deer was there. Clear yellow urine says a deer, oxygen free clear yellow urine says a deer is there. Do you use deer scent?
Yeah.
When you open the bottle, what color is it?
It's usually dark.
Yeah,
It's usually dark. You know why?
it's ammoniated.
It's ammoniated.
Yeah.
I just told the caller, I don't know if you could hear him, but I just told the caller up in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
And people laugh at it, especially back here in the control room. They think it's crazy for us to tell people to do this, but you do it. You'll see what we're talking about. Dark urine says the deer was there. Clear yellow urine says he is there. You urinate in a clear jar tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon it's going to be brown.
Yeah.
And the only variable is oxygen. Dark urine says a deer was there, but he's not there now. Top Secret,
Yeah.
when you get to a website, you can see this. When you turn the computer on, we're showing you on camera here holding it up. That is yellow. It is a clear yellow, no guesswork. First time it sees oxygen is when you open it. That means there's a deer standing there now versus there was one there. And only Top Secret has that. And you can get it at most any of your dealers. See, your season just went out, or are you still in?
No, it just went out.
Yeah, it just went out. All your national chains should be carrying Top Secret this fall. Dick's, all your national accounts up there, Gander, Walmart's, your independent stores where you do sporting good business. All you got to do is go in and tell them, hey, I want some of that stuff I'm seeing on TV, and they'll get it for you. But use scent every day of the year.
Yeah.
And you want to use a grunt call. Grunting puts a deer downwind. So, and then the scent confirms the reason he went downwind, which needs to be buck urine. Grunting is an infringement.
Well, thank you, Junior.
Hey, Junior, we appreciate you calling in. Hey, first-time caller.
Thank you.
Hey, tell all your friends about the show. We are each Thursday night live for 1 hour, and we do it 52 weeks a year. I don't know how many weeks is in a year. Hey, appreciate you calling in, Junior. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
You bet. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Got one more caller. Avery.
All right, we got another caller. All right, dog, let's get it.
There he is.
All righty, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklow. Who we got?
This is Matt Wheeler from Plymouth, Indiana.
Columbus, Indiana.
Well, man.
Now, wait a minute. We just up there.
Where'd you say?
Columbus, Indiana?
No, Plymouth. We're
Plymouth.
south of South Bend, about 30 minutes south of there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Plymouth.
Plymouth. All right. Well, Big Matt, what kind of question?
It's cold up there.
Man, listen, we was up in Minneapolis
We about froze, slapped to death.
2 weeks ago for the ATA, and I think at one night it was,
Minus freaking 30 or something.
yeah, it was unnecessary is what it was. I-65 heads south. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
It'll bring you right on down here to Pensacola, Florida, man.
About
where it's-
almost 60 degrees.
That's right. All right, Big Matt, what kind of question you got?
My question is me and my son hunt a deer farm up, or not a deer farm, a tree farm up here. So we have limited access with where we can hunt inside there and put up stands. We have bucks that walk the line, but we can never get them to come in. I mean, you guys
Tree
have
farm.
really answered my
Christmas
question
tree.
by watching you live already. I know what I've been doing wrong. I have not been using the buck urine.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Is this a Christmas tree farm?
No, it's soft maples and black walnut.
Okay. So when you say a farm, they're growing these trees to harvest later.
Yep.
So what you have inside of that is not much foliage or much food for them to get in. And so they may be bedding in it and stuff, but they're not necessarily, unless they're just browsing the young
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep. It's just, it's basically, you got to catch them on the move going
Right.
through.
Do you have any draws, any water coming off of it, anything like that, or is it flat?
It's flat. Our major spot where we see a lot of our bucks and does are on the creek. There is a moving creek that runs through it.
Right. That's what I was looking for. How big an area are you hunting? How big is the farm? The tree.
60 acres.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, they're gonna travel through there on those draws and those those creek bottoms. If any kind of wet stuff you got there, they'll want to travel, and that's going to be your funnel. That's Are you? But yeah, use your buck urine. Are you bow hunting or gun, or both?
We do both. I prefer the bow over the gun because they, with any gun they scatter everywhere.
Yeah.
And with the bow, they head into our area when everybody else is shooting. Mm. But we've done the drip bags. I've done the decoys, the essence. And like I said, listening to you guys tonight was the first time live. And I know multiple hunters that have done it for years, and nobody's ever said, hey, you're not using the buck urine.
What you're doing is
to get them in.
Right. And it makes, when you hear it, it clicks, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
The buck's going down, grunting and rattling is, you hear people, especially people who make grunt calls and rattle, they get real scientific with it. But all it does, basically, in a nutshell, from a country boy, is puts him downwind. Mm-hmm. Grunting and rattling puts him downwind. Both grunting and rattling is an infringement.
Yeah.
He's going to go downwind, ears, eyes, nose. So he hears it, he goes downwind because he wants to do what?
He wants to confirm what he's hearing.
He wants to smell what he thinks he's hearing.
Yeah.
And the number one scent sold in America, Junior, is estrus.
Yeah. He knows his nose ain't going to lie to him.
That's right. Look, you can whip his ears by grunting and rattling, but that nose keeps his butt alive. And he lives with that nose.
I've had him come in on the estrus, and then I'll hit the grunt or the rattles, and they'll look up, and they're booking the other way. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong the whole time? I'm like, why aren't they coming the rest of the way in?
Well, a lot of times especially when you rattle, grunting not as much, but grunting will lock them up. What it does is, especially using estrus, are you married?
Yeah.
All right. Did you hear the formal segment when I'm talking about coming home smelling Old Spice cologne?
Yep.
There you are. It ain't complicated. Hey, you come home, smell Old Spice cologne, you flip that light on, you're looking for Old Spice. You ain't looking for your wife. So what happens is you grunt. I know it's a redneck way to say it, but dog, look, that's true. Buck goes downwind. He wants to smell what he's hearing, and you're confusing the fool out of him by saying you got estrus out there. Because you flip the light on, you see her, you ain't looking for her, you're looking for him. And so, looking for both of them. But I'm just saying, he's looking for him. Yeah. And if you're not careful, Junior, that nose will override those ears, and you'll say, well, grunting won't work.
Yeah. We've watched him. I got one out there, and he's massive. And the guy that hunts the property next to me, he's after him too.
Yeah.
I've watched this buck.
Yeah, get that buck here.
Times come in and just stand there, and he spots me probably 2 acres away, and he just stands there and watches us. And I'm like, why won't he come any further?
I tell you what you do.
It makes sense now. He's not seeing any competition.
Let me tell you something else you can do with that old boy. He's stopping on the line, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Now, of course, the other property you can't hunt. Here's what I'd do. Are you hunting a scrape where that buck? You're seeing this buck.
The scrapes for me sit right up by the highway, and I don't prefer to be that close to the highway with the traffic in case I shoot one and it runs out into the highway.
All right, here's what I'd do. Have you ever used any top secret? Are you familiar with Top Secret Deer Scent? Are you familiar with Top Secret Deer Scent?
No, I'm
All right, Top Secret Deer Scent, which is what we do. Top Secret, you know, I used to do tinks. I used to bottle coat. I started Code Blue and bottled Code Blue. Top Secret is oxygen free from collection of the bottle. We have it in liquid and we have it in foam. God, we talked to so many people. I don't know if we did I ask Junior? Junior, do you ever use deer scent at all?
I've used I've tried the Essence by Tinks, like you put on your dipstick.
Yeah, let me ask you this:
the best thing that we found that's worked has been their incense sticks that you light with the lighters.
Right.
That has been about the best thing.
Well, let me tell you what you do. No, I want you to think about this now. When you open a bottle of deer scent, what color is it?
Brown.
I want everybody to listen and keep hearing this question. We've asked this question to 3 people tonight. New Jersey, Michigan, Tennessee, and now you're the 4th one, and you're calling out of Indiana. Mm-hmm. It's brown. Everybody knows it. You know why it's brown? Because it's ammoniated. Urine, when voided by any animal, is sterile. It should be a clear yellow. And you know, once again, because are you a new caller?
Yeah.
Man, that's great. Yeah. Man, we're glad to have you on tonight, and man, we do appreciate this. We enjoy talking to you. Hey, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, get you a clear jar and urinate in it. Sit it down outside. It should be a clear yellow. Seriously. But watch it. In the course of the day, it's going to change color and smell. And it's your urine. The only variable to it is oxygen. Yep. Dark urine says a deer was there. Clear yellow, your oxygen-free clear yellow urine says a deer is there.
Big difference.
That's the reason when you open up a bottle that everybody's sent, it's brown. Mm-hmm. It's ammoniated. It says the animal was there a long time ago. Are you watching on a computer or your phone?
I got you on the webcast on my iPod.
So can you see the bottle that we're pointing to? Can you see Can you see us?
Yeah, I see the bottle.
Okay, you see how yellow that bottle is right there?
Yep.
It is clear yellow. That has never seen oxygen. That's 3 ounces, retails for $14.95. If I won't do it in this room, but if I were to open that and close it, just that quick, tomorrow this time it'll be brown. Because it'll be the first time oxygen has hit it. It ammoniates it. So the first time you open it, it's just like that old girl standing there. Now you talked about a scent dripper a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I saw those. A couple weeks ago I saw one of your ads on those.
Yeah, this dripper here that we're showing you, each time it drips, it's the first time it's hit oxygen. So the whole time you're sitting up in that tree, it drips. You got that old girl, that old boy standing there. That's pretty neat. Because
I was showing that to my plant manager today. He's in charge of the Northern Turkey Association up here in Indiana. And he's like, I've never even heard of these guys before.
Really? Yeah.
I said, everything they're selling is oxygen-free. And he's like, what do you mean? And I told him, from reading up on it, he's like, I'm going to have to check into it.
Yeah, what it does, it says the deer's there when you're there. And we're pretty excited about it. And it's changing the industry just like Code Blue did. This fixes something. It's not complicated. It's single, no oxygen, which means that old girl's there or that old boy's there the first time it hits oxygen. So, but you can get you some. And also, you can, this big bottle behind us here, that's actually, you can join the club. There's only 12,000 bottles of this, Junior, and this is called Reserve. And this is, Matt, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. I was corrected, Matt, I'm sorry about that. Matt, you can take this, you can order it, go online tonight, go to Top Secret Deer Scent, and hit it, and order it for next hunting season, this coming fall.
Is that the 15-16 that I put that under?
The 15-16?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And it'll
All right.
ship right when you want
Yes,
it
sir.
to ship.
And you can hit it and say, hey, I want it for October, November, December for this coming hunting season. It reserves this bottle. There's only 12,000 bottles. It's 26 ounces. We literally pull the bucks off of the does. And so this is the best this industry's ever seen. And when you hit the website tonight and order it, it'll pay for it over 4 months.
Or you can pay for it all at one
Yeah,
time.
you can pay for it all at one time, or you can choose the 4-pay and say, hey, I want to pay for it now, or I want to pay for it over 4 months, but I don't want it till October, November, and we'll ship your bottle. Nobody can ever take it away from you unless you give it up.
And it comes in buck and doe.
That's right, it comes in buck and doe. But now, hey, keep in mind, we have only about 1,200 bottles of the buck.
Yeah, it's very limited.
The buck's harder to get than the estrus because, 10% of the herd is bucks. So
Yeah.
the bucks is actually harder to get than the estrus. You can get both. Either one, you can be a club member. You can buy both as long as the bucks last.
Available, yeah.
So we have open enrollment going on right now, and you can actually hit the website and join the club for 2015. It's going to be the most exclusive club in the country because only 1/10 of 1% of hunters will be able to get that stuff, and that's the best the industry's ever seen. Hey, look, we appreciate you calling in, and doggone it, we're glad to have you as a new caller. That's the 3rd or 4th new caller tonight.
Yeah, we sure appreciate
And
it.
tell your plant manager, check us out.
And check out BioShield if he's a big turkey guy.
Hey, yes, sir. We just introduced a new product called BioShield. It's a 100% natural repellent. For the first time in the repellent industry, it not only it comes in a liquid spray, you can put it on your hands, your face, but we also have it in a body wash and shampoo, also in a laundry detergent.
And it smells absolutely wonderful.
It smells great, and it's available now. So if he turkey hunts, man,
It'll be available
excuse me,
June 30th. January 30th.
they're
excuse
telling
me.
me up in the window there.
About a week.
January 30th, you can get it on the website. It'll be available nationwide to your local dealer March 1. So tell your dealers about it, and we will get it to you. Tell your plant manager, that way he ain't got to sit there and worry about the ticks, the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Where he's blasting that big turkey.
Yes, sir. And it'll kill them almost on contact, all natural. Only affects insects, not you, your dog, your cat, your bird, or your little baby. So check it out. And Matt, we appreciate you calling in. Tell your friends about the show.
I will, because, your information that I picked up was more than I've got from guys that have been doing it for years.
Well, we appreciate that. How you like the format of the show?
Pretty good. Other than my time frame, because I'm usually in bed by now. But
You are. You staying up, ain't
catch
you?
it and
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's what it is.
talk about.
It's a conversation with 3 people who like to hunt.
Yeah. And we appreciate you staying up.
Yes,
for it.
sir. We're pretty excited about this thing. Hey, appreciate it. Tell your friends about it and check us out next Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
All right, thank you much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Matt. All right, folks. Believe it or not, it is. We got another caller. Whoop! Sorry about that,
Grab
Matt.
him right quick.
Woo! It's been a full night.
Man, I'm telling you.
Man, we
new
talked to
callers.
people from where?
Michigan, New Jersey, Indiana, and Tennessee.
Tennessee. And folks, check out the website. Check out these new products.
Excited about these.
New products with Top Secret. We got
BioShield,
Scent Defense, and Fog Zero. Scent Defense is available tonight, and you can get the others starting next week, and to be available in your dealers nationwide, folks. Appreciate you calling in, and we'll see you next week at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
And you'll have some questions, and old Steve and I will have some answers for you. At least we'll try to have some answers for you. We'll see you next week, 7 o'clock.